So the paper price of silver yesterday, in a very short space of time, was smacked down almost 40% in just a few hours, basically. It was $120 something, the Western price. Now I'm talking about the Western price. $120 per ounce, went all the way down to like $70 something per ounce. There's a bit of confusion about what the actual prices were, but a very good lesson here. Don't have any exposure to the paper digital price. If you've got any ETFs, if you've got mining shares, and mining shares are just paper digital promises, that's all they are. People have disagreed with me about this, but that's all they are. Any shares is paper digital illusions of wealth. If you've got any paper or digital illusions of silver, that's all you've got exposure to. You can't help that. The criminals can type in any number they like. And I knew this was coming, where they would do one massive big smackdown to try and get out of some of their shorts, the short positions, and that's what seems to have happened. They did a huge smackdown, almost 40% in a couple of hours. And I think, if I'm right, that has never happened in history before. This has broken all records. I mean, the price moved like $30, $40. That's what basically the price I've been paying for most of my silver stack. $30, $40 per ounce, and it moved that in a couple of hours. Cliff High said we'll be having dollar days where the price will move $1 a day, and then he said there'll be $5 days, and then he said there'll be $10 days where the price will move $10 in one day, and then $20 and then $30, nearly $40. We've been having $30 or $40 moves in one day, and that will happen again. You'll have that on the way up and on the way down. There'll be $30 or $40 moves going up and down. So the lesson is, don't have any exposure to any paper or digital illusions of wealth. You want zero exposure, because what we're talking about now is the Western paper price. The Western paper price was smacked down by the criminals. They can type in any number they like and set the price whatever they want. They could set the silver price to -40 if they wanted to. They did that with oil. They set the oil price to -40 per barrel. They can type it in, let their algos run, selling high frequency trading back and forth, selling to each other, and they can sell far more than they've got to set the price wherever they want it to. So the price was $120 something per ounce Friday, and that was the Western price. The Eastern price is way more, there's an arbitrage there. And then the Western criminal cunning men typed in, we want to set the price lower, and they smashed it all the way down to $70 something. Nearly 40% drop in one day. What's interesting, that is the Western price. The Eastern price never moved that much. So if you could buy silver in the West for $70 something per ounce, you could immediately sell it in the East for nearer the true value. And the other thing to bear in mind, this is the paper price. The paper price was smacked down, the digital price. If you've got ETFs or any vaulted silver where you've only got a paper promise of it, that's all you've got exposure to, this paper price, which is completely manipulated. The real price did not move. I'll say it again. The real price of silver did not move. It's okay, Kiki. There's a big dog. There's a big dog. Shall I lift you up? Kiki, shall I lift you up? Come here, Kiki. Come here. I got you. I got you. Shall I lift you up, Kiki? Come on. He's a bit scary, isn't he? So imagine you are someone who you're a buyer of silver. Should I put you down there, Kiki? You okay? You're safe now? Good girl. Good girl. Come on. You're not worried about that big dog. You want to buy silver of someone who's got silver for sale. You go to them, a dealer, and you say, look, the price has just gone down. $120 right down to $70 something. I'd like to buy it now at this new price, please. Of course they're not going to be foolish enough to sell it. They close their doors. They say, sorry, out of stock. Out of stock. Awaiting stock. Of course they want to buy it. They're trying to buy it at that low price because they know it won't last long. But no one with any sense would ever sell real silver at this ridiculously low price, $70 something per ounce. No one in their right mind would. The lesson is, the paper price is, you're completely under the control of the cunning men. If you've got any ETFs, that's all you've got exposure to, the paper price. If you've got mining shares, you're completely under the control of the cunning men. You've got no control over your investment at all. If you've got mining shares, they can smack the price down to -40, and now you owe. They could do. That is how ridiculous the situation is. They could set the paper price, the Western paper price, to -$40 per ounce of silver. They did it with oil, -$40 for a barrel of oil. You're completely beholden to the cunning men. The real price is a free market. If you've got real silver, you didn't buy ETFs or mining shares or anything like that, you've got real silver, you could sell it now for what you sold it for a couple of days ago. You know, there's no one in their right mind would ever lower the price with the fake paper price. The fake paper digital illusion of silver price is fake. The real price is set by the free market. If you want to persuade someone who's got silver to part with it, you've got to make them an offer they can't refuse, and then they won't refuse it. Because I know a lot of people have been trying to buy silver, and everywhere says sold out, sold out, sold out, awaiting stock. They haven't sold out. They're just very reluctant to part with it. Real silver. You can go to anybody who's, they're saying I've sold out, sold out, sold out. And you can say, listen, I don't mind paying above the odds. I really want to buy some silver. How much will it cost? And sorry that we've sold out, we haven't got any. Sorry, we've sold out, we haven't got any. You say, listen, I don't mind paying for it. Like, for example, if I came up with $1 million per ounce, would you then suddenly be able to find some? Oh yeah, then we would. Then we would. Well, that's an extreme example. You don't have to come up with that much. I'm just saying they do have silver. If you came up with, you know, let's say 2 times spot, 2 times the spot price, I reckon you'd get them to part with it. Hopefully less than that. But the point I'm making is real silver price doesn't go down when the paper price goes down. The paper price has gone down like anything yesterday. You want to take notice of it, pay attention to it, but understand the truth. There are 2 prices of silver. You got the paper or digital illusion of silver price, which the criminals could set to -40 just by typing it in if they wanted to. And that's got nothing to do with real silver. The real silver price is set by the free market now. A buyer wants to buy silver. He's got to convince the seller to part with it. Sellers are reluctant to part with it because there's extreme shortages. Demand for silver is way higher than supply. And supply is going down while demand is going up. Demand from both industrial demand and investment demand is going up. So how on earth can the price fall 40%? The markets are broken, and real silver is going to be set by buyers and sellers working out the free market. So if you've got any exposure to paper digital illusions of silver, if you've got any mining shares, that is not real silver. That is not silver. That is a paper digital illusion of wealth. You've got a share in a mining company. Those mining companies could well be nationalized, and they just say sorry to everybody who just lost all their investment. It's all gone now, sorry. It's a very big risk. Buying real silver, taking it off the market, is the safest thing to do. It's a silver shield to protect your family, and it's a silver bullet against the cunning men who could set the silver price to -$40 per ounce.